Hi, how are you guys? I hope you're doing well. Consolata Karuri is my name. I'm a HR professional and I'm here to give you some tips today. Yes.
Welcome once again. Guys, I'll repeat. If you are seeing or hearing Consolata for the first time, it means you've not been catching up because we've done some videos with her. She's a professional HR and she's been sharing amazing tips that you should be knowing about. So if this is the first time you're seeing her, you can pause, go watch the other videos or finish this video and make sure you catch up with the others. And I don't mention this often, but you've been watching, but you haven't subscribed. Please, this is your turn. In fact, we are pausing, waiting for you. Umona ako ka subscription. Subscribe. Thank you. Let's continue. So, in this one, we are going to be tackling the common interview questions that we get. These are questions that cut across, like you'll most likely be asked these questions or one of these questions or several of these questions in an interview. So I'll just go one by one and then you tell me what would be the appropriate answer for them. The first one, tell me about yourself.
Okay, I think that is the one question you asked and you totally know nothing about yourself. And I think I've met a good boss who views the question differently. She's like, tell me about something about you that is not on your CV. I already have your CV. What is it about Brenda that is not in that CV? And she's always looking for the most weirdest answers. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, you're a person, right? I am a sibling as well, I'm an auntie, I'm a Christian. So she's always looking for you, not the paper or whatever you wrote on that paper. But in a typical organization, you always find those people who are direct to the point. Tell me about yourself. What do they expect from you? They need you to tell them who you are. Introduce yourself. Don't assume they know you. They might not know you. Actually, just introduce yourself with your 3 names. I'm Consolata Karuri. Who are you? I'm a HR professional. I've worked for 5 years. Tell them about your skill set. Just specific skills, not sentences. What do? I do talent acquisition. I do payroll administration. I do employee relations, employee engagement, data management. Skill set, just pointers, all right? Then tell them, what are you aspiring to do? What is your aspiration? You're not just there sitting, you're optimistic about something. So I'm looking to grow into a HR business partner. I'm looking to grow to a people manager or people operations manager, all right? So just say who you are, what are your skill set, major ones, what are your aspirations, yes.
Nice. The second one, what are your weaknesses or strengths?
Some people, ask that question differently. What do you enjoy most and what do you enjoy least about your job? So what you enjoy most, those are your strengths. What you enjoy least, there are your weaknesses, or those are the areas of development you're working on. So don't answer the question like, especially on the weaknesses, I'm weak in. No, just say I'm looking to developing myself in terms of analytics, in terms of task management, in terms of managing projects better, using more softwares, Those are the areas of development. You are not good in that or you're not proficient in that, and those are the areas you're looking to work on. When you ask your strengths, say what you're a guru in. These are the things that I do best. They don't even require as much quality control, all right? So say what you're able to do end to end. I'm able to do recruitment end to end, advertising jobs, screening candidates, doing phone screens as well, setting them up for interviews, interview coordination, managing the expectations. That shows, this person, if they're given this, they don't require supervision. Don't say, I work under less supervision. That's not what they're looking for. They're looking at what do you do best. All right, what are you able to tackle best. And when you explain process to process, bit by bit, they're able to know, oh, this person is not missing any steps. I'll give you a case scenario. Asked, give me a good, you have this employee. They'll ask scenarios. A good interview will ask you scenarios. An employee is found stealing. So take me a step-by-step process of how you'd handle that. They expect you to tell them the whole disciplinary policy and disciplinary process and how you're able to handle employee relations. This is on a HR context, all right? Maybe accounting, being asked to close books or stuff like that for the month. Are you able to post invoices? Are you able to generate invoices? Are you able to? Those are the things they are looking for. It's not saying, oh, I work well with a team, I work well with a what? No. Show how you do collaborations with those teams. All right. So just say my role involves a lot of stakeholders. I work with finance, I work with managers, I work with senior managers as well. So show how you collaborate within those teams. It shows you're a team player. Don't answer I'm a team player. Yes.
The third one, why should we hire you?
Everyone will say about money, but I don't think so, because money is relative. People are looking for different things at different stages of their jobs and everything else. So I feel like you should be straight to the point and tell them, I saw your values, I saw what you're looking to build, because I think most organizations, the website is like what we have done, what we are doing, and what we are looking to do. So what is it about you that resonates with that vision? All right. So say, oh, I saw you guys are looking to produce 2,000 motorbikes. So what is it about me and my skills that I bring in to contribute to that? All right. Also go back and tell them, I saw the JD, and in that JD, I see development areas for me as well. All right. So it's both you and the company. I saw the team is structured this way. I feel like I can contribute to the team in 1, 2, 3 ways. So studying the JD is very, very important. If especially it's a manager role, how are you going to grow the current team? Yes, so that's why we should hire you. Like I feel like we're so selfish sometimes as interviews. We focus on us, but not the team, the organization, the other peer people that you'll be working with, other stakeholders in the organization. So answer in all facets. Yeah.
What are your salary expectations or current salary?
This is a question that people feel like they're being invaded in terms of privacy. Yeah, there's that Data Privacy Act and all that stuff, but I feel like it's your choice on how you navigate around this question. You may ask, oh, fine, what were you looking for in terms of budget, or what are the budgets set in place? Because people don't advertise jobs without a budget. Budgets are even down the previous year. So you already know you're looking for a person to pay 200K. So you can just navigate the question, you can either dodge the question in a polite way and ask, oh, interesting. So what is your budget first, so that I can be able to see also where I will fall in that budget. And they're like, oh, the budget is 200K. And you're like, oh, I'm on 100K. So that would really work for me. Or they can tell you, oh, the budget is 50. And you're on 80K, and you're like, oh, unfortunately, I'm going to pass for this role because I'm already earning higher, or maybe able to adjust the budget, which mostly it never happens. Budgets are always fixed most of the time. So you can say, this is what I'm on. It will also show where in the organization you are. Assuming you say you're on 500K, the interviewer will see, oh, this is good talent. They're already at mid-level or senior management, because your interviewers are able to benchmark. The recruitment team is able to benchmark against other organizations and see, oh, a finance controller in Jumia is paid 500K. A finance controller in Safaricom is paid 1 million shillings. A finance controller in maybe DTD Bank is paid 600. So if this person tells me they're on 500K, it means they are really, really good talent. So where can I meet them on the middle? 800K, all right? And actually if you have noticed, most organizations, they don't post for senior roles. They poach senior roles, all right? And that's why you have the bargaining power as well. If you're headhunted, that is passive recruitment. The role is not posted. So always you have the upper hand in determining what you get, all right? Because you are not looking to leave, but someone needs you and needs your expertise. So negotiating is very, very important. Always try and bargain and meet at the middle. And if you see they're offering something that is not sufficient for you in terms of the deliverables required, because your salary should match the deliverables. Always say, I think this JD is pretty heavy. I feel like we should move to this salary. Most international companies are gonna negotiate. Unfortunately, not all, especially locally, will be able to maneuver like that. But also know the organization you're looking for a job, and you can be able to negotiate for yourself. Yes.
Why do you want this job?
Wow. So I feel like I want this job because I want to move. My manager did this, my manager did that. So first of all, respect your current company. Don't trash talk your company in another interview. Why are you looking to move? My manager is toxic. No. My salary is low. No. So just say, I'm looking to move because, number one, I see this job is very interesting for me. I feel I will grow in this trajectory. I feel I will contribute my skills in this way. I've also checked the team out. It's an amazing team. They have amazing experience. I can learn a lot from them. Also, look at the JD and look at what the manager is doing. And you're like, oh, I see you do 1, 2, 3. I can be able to take that off your plate. All right? Be that person who is very proactive in looking for information. And be like, oh, I see you do a lot of admin. I feel you should be doing more strategy work, and I can take up the admin for you. That's why I want this job as well. Yes, so it's how you market yourself. You see, interviewing is marketing yourself and putting your, it's so competitive outside here, guys. So just play around to the best way you can to make sure you catch the attention of the hiring manager. All right, just tell them, oh, I see the team is really junior. I'm pretty mid-level where I work. I feel I can also mentor the other team. All right, so research well, and don't focus on you as an individual. I know you're focusing on that by negotiating and stuff, but what are you bringing to the table for this team? Yes.
What is your greatest accomplishment?
Just say, I've been able to, as a software engineer maybe, I've been able to create this code, and it has been able to assist my previous company in doing 1, 2, 3. I'm a financial controller. I've been able to create budgets that are in line with the organization, all right, and that are meeting the business needs. I've been a fundraising manager. I've been able to close a series with 10 million USD dollars. What does that show? It's like, you know, selling yourself, like what have I been able to do for that organization that is really, really key to their business operations. Not that, oh, I've been able to do this for myself. No, it's what, and I think most organizations are looking for people with a lot of financial acumen and business acumen. So if you talk in a language of business, you'll get that job. All right, talk in a language of cost, talking a language of cost to company, talking a language of workforce planning. Maybe just, we can do this with the team that we have, we just need to do this, all right? Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in the next 3, 5, 10 years?
Okay, so this is a question that people are so self-centered. They focus on them as well. And I feel like people also don't do as much research, because assuming I'm a 5 years professional, HR professional, I've been working for the last 5 years, where are people of my experience at in the industries? Do I compare maybe a HR in Safaricom with 5 years experience? What level are they at? What titles are they holding at the moment? Okay, are they growing into managers? Are they growing into business partners? Are they going into project-based people? Are they growing into cluster leads? Okay, so also look at the market and see where people of your level are at. Okay, now when you're asked during an interview, and this is an entry-level job, don't be unrealistic. Just say, oh, I'm seeing myself growing in this junior role, gaining more skills, expounding on them, and moving to the next ladder in close to 3 to 5 years. In most companies, the promotions are set at a cap. You can't move to the other role if you haven't worked in one for the last 2 years. So there's also that trajectory the organization has put in place in terms of growth. So don't be over-ambitious. And if you researched well, you'll be able to be like, oh, I have 10 years experience, I'm looking for a director role, all right? Or I'm looking to grow into a VP, vice president, okay? So also research, get information from the market, understand the market and how it's looking like locally and internationally as well. Maybe you're looking to grow into a multinational company that is based in the US, but you're locally based here. What are people in the US at of the same level as you? How much are they on as well in terms of salary? Yes.
Why do you want to leave your current job, or why did you leave?
Don't trash talk. Don't trash talk. So look at number one, where am I in my career that is more interesting for me to move? Like what is in this JD that was so attractive to me to apply, okay? Because I think before you applied, of course read the JD. And those are the one, that is number one mistake people do. They don't read the JD. They just apply for the sake of applying. Your CV is not even tailor-made to this job description, all right? I'm not saying you forge. Just be realistic and say, oh, they want someone good in payroll. Payroll administration must be a skill I've highlighted in my CV because I'm good at that. So just tell them, I think maybe, I think this is one thing I always say, because where I work, it's a multinational company, a company that is new in the industry. I'm like, I've been part of something big, something that just came into Africa and the industry is really growing. And I feel like me moving to you guys, I'll contribute the same experience that I have here to you, because you're also a startup. You're also contributing to green energy. You're also contributing to stuff. Anything, whatever you resonate with about this company, that is why you want to leave. It's all about, oh, my manager is toxic. Oh, my manager is a micromanager. Oh, my team is always throwing me under the bus. No. Yeah.
Okay. How did you hear about this position?
Yeah, that really matters as well. Why you referred? That gives you an upper hand on the interview, because it means you're so good, you were referred by another professional. So I'd always work with, I was referred to this position by so and so. Just communicate. Even though they're in that panel, it's good for you because they won't be even the decision maker. The other two will determine, are you good for this job? So always say, I was referred by this person. Number two, I saw you through LinkedIn. Number three, I saw you through maybe other job boards like Fuzu, My Job Mag. You see, so that also shows you have visibility. You understand whatever is going around your environment in terms of work and whatever you're looking for. Yes.
A challenge you faced and how you dealt with it.
Yeah, so one thing that question is gauging is problem solving, how you handle pressure. All right, because a challenge, of course, is asking more from you as well. How you are in terms of research, in terms of innovating solutions to problems as well. So give a real case scenario. Don't chat GPT. Just be like, oh, I'm having, currently maybe I'm recruiting for this role. It's a very funny role because whatever I'm looking for as experience is not what I require maybe for a bachelor's. Let me give you a case example. Oh, I'm looking for a supply chain manager, but I require them maybe to have automotive experience, but I also want their degree to be in engineering. You won't get someone because most people in supply chain have degrees in maybe procurement and logistics. But I'm asking for engineering because I want them to understand the technical part of maybe the products that you're building. Okay, so just say, this is the challenge I'm facing. I've been asked to recruit for this role. The market doesn't have this expertise. What compromises can we make then? or do we go outside the country and look for an expert to come and do this role? Okay, so be logical. Or maybe you got someone else, your budget was 200, they're requesting for 300K. How do you navigate? Do you go back to the management and say, oh, I've got this really good skill, but we need to meet him at his salary expectation of 300. So what are you showing? You're a communicator. You give feedback. Because you never made the call on your own to be like, I'll send out an offer of 300,000. No, you went back and was like, oh, the budget is not sufficient for us. How do we tailor make this budget? Where are we going to get the money from to bump this person up? Because I think they talk in a language of OPEX, operational cost and stuff like that. So this is something that will be running with us. If you have someone you're running with that is a cost to the company forever. So where will you get this 100K from? So it's also thinking in that aspect as well. Yeah, so just show a real case scenario because they will be able to capture a few details of you and what strengths you have in terms of maybe task management, prioritization as well, because that comes with challenge and pressure. Because we call it firefighting. Once you get a challenge or a pressurizing thing, it means you drop everything. We handle this fast. Yeah.
At time you made a mistake.
So human is to error. And I feel like that is also questioning your integrity. You made a mistake. Was your manager informed? All right? Or did you sweep things under the carpet to cover yourselves? That's a question about transparency. It's a question about accountability. It's a question about taking ownership when things go wrong. So I feel like tailor-make your answer to look like you take responsibility when things go down. Like, how do you say, I'm sorry, I made this mistake, but I have scenario 1, 2, 3, 4 to amend this mistake that I've done. Maybe it's a typo you did in a submission you are giving to court. It has a wrong typo, like it has a typo or a wrong date. That is a clerical error, all right? So how do you withdraw the documents? How do you ensure that you have followed the process end to end to ensure that, oh, she's responsible. She can take ownership and be like, that's how you grow, by accepting mistakes. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
Always, yes. Always have questions, always research about the company, what jumped out of you from the website that would require a question. You might find they've posted so many roles. It's good to ask, are you guys going through a scaling up? Are you scaling up? That's why you really need so many people, because we don't want you to be hired and then 1 year later the company is letting you go. So ask the funny things that you notice, don't assume them. Ask them, oh, I noticed you guys rebranded. You were previously known like this, now you're known like this. Why did you guys rebrand? Was there a new management? Okay, so just ask even though the interview, the invite comes in a wrong way, just ask, oh, I noticed you said this in the interview, or I noticed this thing. Is there a problem? Yeah. So be smart, research as much as possible, get as much information as possible. Some people even go ahead and just, research who was holding the position before. And just to see, look, oh, this position in this organization, people are just coming and leaving. 6 months, gone. Another person comes 6 months, they leave. Is it the challenge with the role or the challenge with the company? Also look at how people are moving and the turn, people are leaving the organization, and also how much they're hiring for the same roles. Yeah.
How do you deal with pressure or stressful situations?
Yeah, so pressure is about task management. I think there's that board people draw: urgent, important, not urgent, not important. Can we shelve that for another time? So, and most organizations will always ask for a task management assessment. They'll ask you to do that, especially for us in administration, because those are the roles that you're always firefighting. So that is what they're asking from you, like how do you reach a point you delegate? Do you reach a point and say, oh, I don't have the bandwidth to do this, can this be done by someone else if it's really, really urgent? So it shows that at times you acknowledge you can't handle everything, and sometimes you need to distribute the work within the team. So it shows, oh, she's a delegator. She understands urgency. She understands what needs. We drop everything. This needs to be handled, like urgent and important. It needs to be done now. Yes. So it's prioritizing. Yeah.
Finally, when can you start?
Okay, don't look like you're ditching your company. It's like you are so desperate. Don't allow desperation to come off. All right. The law has required us to give 30 days notice in our current employments, and you're like, oh, I have leave days, oh, I can work 2 weeks and join in the next 2 weeks. Always go as per your contract. I noticed some scenarios, people have 3 months notice in the companies they work for. Just say, oh, I have 3 months notice, unfortunately I'm only able to join you from 1st of December. All right, so that shows you respect your current employer. It shows that this is not everything in the world, like I'm okay, all right? And if I'm the best talent, trust me, that company is going to wait. Some companies will even reach out to you within the notice period and be like, we start onboarding you, they get you to the system, the Google Drive, you start working even before you transition to them. By the time you're coming, you already know the gaps, you're just coming to kick it off, all right? So be respectful for your current employer, because you have learned a lot of skills through them. You have earned financially through them, maybe even got babies and you're able to take care of them when you're still in your previous organization. So just respect yourself, yeah, and be like, I have a 30 days notice as per my contract, I'm only available to start after the 30 days, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So much gem. I cannot even add a thing. I was just making expressions here from this other end. I'm pretty sure, guys, you've picked a thing or two. Once again, you can reach out to her. She's really good at what she does. I'm pretty sure you've heard. So you can reach out for further consultation, of course at a fee. It's not free. Thank you. See you in the next one.
Bye.